Hey y'all, it's your girl Monét X Change, and you guys are watching The Exchange Rate, where today we are chatting with the queens of season 13. This is so fucking cute. This is some real 2020 pandemic ass shit. So we're just gonna go around really quick, and everyone is just gonna say hey to the camera, wave, whatever you want to do.
Hey y'all, it's me, Simone.
What's up, y'all? It's me, Rose.
Hey everybody, it's Team Top Burner.
What's good? It's me, Candy Muse.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Denali.
Hi there, it's me, Utica Queen.
Hey everyone, it's Olivia.
Hello world, it's LaLa Ree.
Hey Gorge, it's me, Got Mick.
Baby, no wig, who dis? This is Joey J.
Hello world, it's Tamisha.
Yes, spelling bee.
Hi everybody, it's Caught Mora Hall.
All the way from Las Vegas, you guys. It's Elliot with 2 T's. Meow.
Okay, now I have to say right off the bat, y'all look so fucking good. For some reason, we worked out this dope color scheme here, and it looks so good. They look really good. So let's talk about the elephant in the middle of the room. But enough about Tina's shoulder pads. Let's talk about.
Oh, great way to
So you guys filmed a season of Drag Race during a pandemic. How was it? What was the experience like? Let's start with Tamisha and Iman.
Well, for me, it was scary and exciting at the same time. It was frightening because of what was going on, but I'm sure like all the other girls, I wasn't missing this opportunity for nothing in the world. But other than that, it was a moment.
Girly girl, it was crazy. It was just nuts. I think above all, like when we left for Drag Race, I did feel so safe when I was in the hands of World of Wonder. Like they did everything they could to make us feel comfortable, make us feel safe during this crazy time. And really, we're all new to Drag Race, like being on the set. So I thank you, a big thank you to production for treating us so beautifully.
Simone, what about you, babe?
I think it was crazy, kind of a little bit. This is the first season that's happened like this. We weren't able to really like go and hang out, like, you know, be as close with the crew and everything. So that was kind of weird. But I think as a cast, it made us definitely more close than I probably every other season, just because we were in a bubble together and all we had was each other. All we could hug was each other and kiss, and you know.
Oh, kiss. Okay.
That's still tea. That's still tea, sisters. But I mean, honestly, it just made it. I feel like it made us made our cast stronger, and I think it just made us want to hit it harder, because you know we had this extra layer on us, but we didn't let that. I don't think it let any of us take this experience from us.
This is the second season of Drag Race that will be like airing during a pandemic. Are any of you guys like nervous or scared about working during and after? What about Candy Muse?
Absolutely not. I think that with the whole COVID situation, I think that kind of put the world at a pause, and season 13 really is the restart to that. I think that with season 13 being the renaissance of Drag Race.
Ooh, the renaissance of Drag Race. Okay.
Oh Lord.
So speak for us, Candy.
There was season 6 as a really great season. So people are hungry for Drag Race, and people are hungry to go out and see a new queen. So when the world opens back up, baby, we're gonna be the most wanted girls on the planet.
Y'all said fuck those season 12 girls. We coming to get the coins.
Right.
What about you, Kamara?
You know, I'm not too worried. I feel like as drag queens, we just have to be really inventive and creative in how we're going to perform and connect with the viewers, like whether that's through virtual drag, doing cameos, putting merch out, and like what Candy said, as soon as we all get this vaccine and the world's open again, we're going to be the first queens we book.
This pandemic has definitely taught me that there's absolutely no excuses to work, period. Yeah. Like, I feel like going forward, even if there's an off season or whatever, we learned in these past few months that there's a whole audience that can't go to the clubs, or they're underage, or like not able to go to a club in general. So I've definitely learned to stop being lazy and put out way more content than I ever have before. And I'm excited to
You know, I'm not worried about working. I think that unfortunately for the last season of Drag Race, the season 12 girls, they pioneered what we are going to eat the fruit from. Like, you know, unfortunately the world was in such shock while most of their season aired. And now we're used to this. Like, this is the new normal. And we've, you know, drag has found a way. You know, we're like the fucking cockroaches, bitch. We are not going anywhere. Like, we are still out here turning it. And yeah, I think it's going to be interesting and new, but we're going to work, baby. It's going to be great.
Yeah. Now throwing it to Tina, Tamisha, and Utica, you guys have all three been pegged as the pegged. Have all three been pegged as the designers of the season. With, you know, Drag Race is all about sewing. Well, not all about, but a big part of it is sewing. And you three are designers. Was getting ready amidst that probably more comforting for the three of you who are all sewers? Yeah.
No.
No.
Due to the fact that everything was shut down and I was depending on Amazon Prime, it was really unpredictable and scary. A lot of my fabric had to come from my collection of fabric because I couldn't obtain anything. So it was not as easy as you thought at all for me.
I mean, I know like a lot of us who do so have like lots of fabric at home. We have some in storage. We also can call people we know as designers that have it ready. So, and also there were certain stores, we're lucky in New York that certain stores were open. So if you had relationships with some of the fabric people there, you know, you could go in by yourself and they let you get fabric and stuff like that. So, I mean, it was definitely a challenge, but it made you step outside the box. And that was the most exciting thing about season 13. It like literally is the definition of stepping outside the box.
Yeah.
Like to do things and make things with like less materials. It was like a Drag Race challenge to get on RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes, that is
love
true.
that.
But very well said, Tina.
Very that.
We all know, I'm sure you guys as watchers of the show and now already getting so much, you know, people, the cast has been released and everything, everyone is getting excited for season 13. Racism in the fandom is very rampant. It is very real. It's very pervasive, but you have people like Candy Muse, who is literally the day after you guys were announced, was speaking out, lifting up the her other sisters in the cast. How do you guys plan on battling the racism in the fandom during, after, and not even before the season has even aired?
I try my best not to read the comments because, you know, being a Black girl, we automatically get the racist comments. I try my best not to read the comments and to stray away from all the negativity and just spread positivity, you know?
Let's hear from Elliot.
For me, what's so important is to make sure that you let your other sisters in the season know that they're not alone in this. If they're being talked down to, if they're being bullied, like, I'll put out a video, I'll talk to people. Like, it's just something that I think is so important that we don't ignore. And, you know, as somebody who is white, it's my job to listen. Like, I think it's so important to listen to people, because I feel like so many people are so quick to say their opinion and say how they feel. But my job is to listen, and what they need, like, I need to hear them say it for themselves.
Yeah.
So we need to listen to each other and we need to back each other up no matter what. And I'm here for it.
Love that. Candy, why did you feel it's so important to speak out on Twitter about people not following the Queens of Color as fast as there were people like you and people like Got Mick and also Simone too?
You know me, I'm very opinionated.
That's a nice way to say it.
To say the least.
Nice way to say it, yeah.
After, you know, I've seen a few of my friends go on the show and how I've seen how some of the Black girls and the girls of color get treated on their cast. And it was weird to me because the cast came out and I was almost at 100K and LaLa wasn't even at 25K on Instagram. And yes, I may have had a lot of followers before that, but that doesn't matter because every single girl in this cast has worked very hard to get to where we are now.
Mm-hmm.
Not only did we risk our lives to go out and film this fucking show so that the world can have something to enjoy, but also, you know, as girls of colors in this industry, we have to work 10 times harder. And you know, from being in New York City, you know, not every Black girl has a show. Now everybody
Right.
in a hosting gig, you have to work 10 times harder. And for me, it's just important because I've seen there are times where certain queens from the Drag Race alumniism, stay shut and don't say anything. And girl, we bring the flavor to the mix. So
Drag Race girl alumniism. Bitch, I'm getting that tattooed.
I mean, honestly, we've all talked about this a lot as a cast too, and I feel like it's something that we have all made sure we stand up about, and that if someone comes in and says, "Hi, can I only get a photo with Tina or something?" It's like, no, you're here for us all, Gorge. Like, like absolutely not. And so it's just our duty too to stand up in person, online, all of it.
And I also think it's important. I think someone else mentioned it here, but not to be afraid to call it out. Not be afraid because of what you think the fandom is going to do. If somebody's racist, baby, they in the wrong. Don't feel like you have to feel bad for saying something about it. And don't feel like you're going to lose a fan. If you lose that fan, then so be it. And that's for us. That's for all the other sisters of us. And that's also for the fans.
For sure.
Like, if you see something, say something.
Shout out to the other seasons that have done that as well and kind of almost trained the audience in a way to where now at season 13, we're not tolerating that in any way. Anyone that comes at us online, we are going to just continue to put that out there that it's not right. And I do feel like we have to train this audience in a way because they are so young and because at the end of the day, there is implicit bias and people are going to come at our seasons and our characters. And even though it is a competition show where we are putting girls against each other, we are still a cast all as one. We are still a family all as one. So it's really important to remember that that's a television show and that happens, but in the real world, you better treat my sisters right.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Also to remember,
We're gonna come for you.
Also to remember that everyone is a human being. Like you wouldn't want anyone to say that to you. So what makes you think it's okay for you to say it to somebody else?
Drag was pioneered by Black trans women, so why are you doing
Yeah.
that fan of drag
Jim
to
McKay.
like this? Like, no, not here.
Right, and like
Yeah.
the main demographic of this show is very young. It's 13 to 17. They don't know who Marsha P. Johnson is yet. These are children, and so we aren't just drag queens. We don't just lip sync to songs that we like. We're political statements, and these kids don't know yet. So it's our job if they're watching us if their parents aren't going to do it, we're going to teach them. This is no tolerance for racism. We're not prejudiced. We're accepting. We're family. We're queer. And if you're not going to teach the kids that, then we're going to teach the kids that.
I love that.
It's just a TV show.
That's right.
But you also made such a good point. It's because children are impressionable. And if we teach them the right impressions, like they will grow up, in a new generation of doing the right things. So the fandom is so much younger now. And if we teach them and we all stick together and do the same things and combat this as, our community and as the team we have in season 13 for seasons after us, they'll be able to hopefully live in a world where that doesn't exist. So it's as much as our responsibility as queens to actually teach them as well how to act. Because they don't know a lot people don't know better.
People don't know better. That's true. But
and Monét, thank you for bringing this up. 'Cause, girl, I think that the main thing is this doesn't get addressed often enough, and us just talking about it right now is a crucial first step. Like letting the fans see and hear us being concerned with this, that we are passionate about it, that we're going to act on it and be united in doing so. It's a competition, but there's no place for racism. We are a family now, so y'all can't.
We are sisters
that way. So don't try it.
Don't try it.
You come for one of us, you come for all of us.
All of us.
Hello.
Let's switch gears a little bit. We're gonna play a little game that we're calling here Judge Sachet. So I'm gonna say a judge's name, and then we're gonna go around and you say the first adjective that comes to your mind about that judge. Now listen, they can't do nothing now. Don't be worried about hurting Michelle's feelings. She'll be alright, okay? So I'm gonna say the judge's name and just say the first adjective that comes to mind. All right, here we go. Carson, Simone.
Oh, Carson, honey, just gay, just the gayest of days long, just so damn gay, bitch. I never seen so damn gay.
Rose.
Carson is not nice.
wait, not nice or nice?
So nice. I just stuttered. Yeah, he's no, listen, Carson literally is so nice.
He really is nice. He's very sweet. Tina.
Frozen. Is that an adjective?
Oh! Okay, Candy.
Deer in headlights.
Girl, that's three words.
That's 3 words.
That's what I said.
Candy, an adjective is a describing word. Okay, got it, girl. Utica.
Oh, sparkly. Just at all times. Just
Okay, different judge. Ross Matthews. Olivia.
Ross Matthews. The first word that comes to mind, I guess, is like helium, right?
Yeah,
It's actually really
Yes, same Olivia.
Helium, bitch.
Yep.
LaLa.
I think Ross Matthews is a sweetheart.
He's a sweetheart.
Yeah. Got Mick.
As bubbly, I think is that perfect word.
Oh,
for
that's what I was gonna say.
He is very bubbly. Yeah. Joey.
Baby, I'm gonna say witty. Like I strive to be as quick-witted as
That's true.
Matthews.
He is very quick.
She's quick. Tamisha.
Awesome. I enjoyed him. I did.
Mhm.
Awesome.
Kamora.
Loud. And when I say loud, I mean like his fashions. They're very like in your face.
I want to say loud. Got it.
Yeah, loud. They're very loud.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Michelle Visage. Utica.
Oh, icon. Wow. White streak. Oh,
Just one,
in
girl.
love.
This one.
One more. Bitch.
Rosé.
Is it me? Michelle, motherly.
Yeah, I've toured with Michelle. She is like the mother on tour. I mean, she won't stop fucking talking about being vegan. We're like, we get it, Michelle. You're fucking vegan. Got it. But she is very motherly. Simone.
Oh, you took mine, Miss Rose. I'm gonna say sharp. Very, very sharp.
Sharp.
Yes. Knows what she's talking about, knows what she's saying.
Elliot.
Intimidating at first. At first, very intimidating. But once you get to like speak with her, you're like, oh, she just looks like that. But she really just wants the best for everybody. Well, no, she's very intimidating because she's just so snatched all the time. Like she's because you watch her on the show and you're just like horrified of what she's gonna say about you. But then you listen to her and she's not saying anything out of malice. She's saying things because she actually cares about it.
You walk on the stage for critiques and it's your turn and she's like, Elliot, you look fabulous, darling. I'm like, oh God, thank you.
Oh, I knew which way he's going.
How far?
Yeah, you don't know which way it's gonna go.
But when she looks at you and then she says something to Rue and Rue just goes,
No, they know.
like, what just happened?
Right. The big dog, RuPaul, Joey, RuPaul.
Woo!
Sweatpants.
Wait, what?
Woo!
Sweatpants.
It's like that you look and you're like, you're a real drag queen, just like I would be doing the same now.
Got Mick.
I feel like I'm not clear on exactly what an adjective is, but I feel like just the like screaming for and running for my life when I see her in drag is an adjective for me, but also so motherly. So I would say both of those, if you could find some word for that together, is exactly what RuPaul is.
Tina Burner, RuPaul.
Intellectual is like the most like it's literally like a Rolodex, like a flip, like anything. Just be talking about like one thing and just like, just pulls it right out. And like so much is going on in that brain. So I was like, and then we'll shoot the questions right over, and you're like, and then you like shit your pants if you don't know the answer.
Olivia, RuPaul.
Yeah, I was gonna say wise. She's like a walking like gay encyclopedia. She knows every single phrase, quote from movies, and she'll try to play it off of you. If you don't know the quote, you're kind of just like But yeah, she's so smart. It's kind of like weird when you're in the room with her because you're like, oh my God, through osmosis, maybe I can get some of this.
On osmosis.
So I'm gonna throw this to Simone and Gottmik. Obviously, fashion and looks are a very important part of the show, and you two as LA girls, people are already branding you guys as that. Do you guys find that as going into the competition as a disadvantage or as an advantage going into the competition?
I think of it as an advantage because to me, fashion is a way to express, it's another form of communication to express who you are. So I went into this excited and ready to show off finally what I see in my head all the time, and now I have the coin to do so. So I was excited. And I don't know. I don't think it's necessarily, it's only an advantage, a disadvantage if you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I moved to LA originally to go to fashion school because I thought I was going to be a designer. And when I found the art of drag and makeup, I just kind of graduated and put that behind me in a way and focused on myself. But going into this, everyone just thinks I'm a look queen, and I'm really excited to go on here and show everyone that I can do so much more. But I also turn those looks so hard, so I'm so excited.
Yeah.
She do. I second that.
You did that. You did that.
Did that. She did.
Yeah.
That.
All right. This sounds I'm very excited. Throwing it to the 4 New York City queens, Rose, Tina, Candy, and Olivia. Obviously, we all know now, it's always a thing. People, I want to say since like season 6 or season 8 with Bob, or I don't know when it happened, but people all often, the New York queens get a bad rep. It's so many of them, and they're very loud, and they're very New York. Do you guys, going into the competition as New York City queens, do you guys feel that from the other girls? Candy?
No, I was lucky enough to be known by a lot of the girls from walking into the cast. So a lot of the girls I've met before. So I wasn't scared about, and also whether I knew them or not, I also wouldn't give a shit what anyone has to say about what I'm like, I'm born and raised. What am I supposed to do? Not be born there? The fuck? It's a rap with the girls. You know, coming from New York, everyone expects you to be like the top grand bitch. But I just walked in like without any expectation, like, girl, New York to me is just a place where I'm from. You know, I wasn't walking in there like, I'm a New York City girl. Like, I don't give a shit. So.
Olivia.
Yeah, it was weird for me because I started drag in Jersey, and then I moved to New York to kind of pursue it. And it's been like, it was like a year and a half when I got on. So it's like weird repping New York because I'm here and I'm amongst all the girls here, but I also definitely have like heart for like Jersey drag. You know, one of the first drag performances that it was actually at Club Feathers, and I remember
I know very well,
you
girl.
there.
But I had a very delicious interaction with that very cute go-go boy with the tattoo down his back, girl.
Down the back, right down the right shoulder. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Rose, what about you?
There definitely is like an idea attached to, you know, New York queens coming into a new season of Drag Race. But at the end of the fucking day, it's like, bitch, like I'm good at what I'm good at. I like to do what I like to do, and that's what I came to Drag Race to do. So like, it doesn't fucking matter like where you're from, you know? I'm proud to represent New York, but like, it's not a huge part of my like, you know, story or like, you know, it doesn't define me.
Tina, because you've been doing drag for a very long time in New York City for, I want to say about close to a decade. So how does it feel to be representing the show?
I mean, yeah, I've been drag a little bit, but it feels amazing to represent New York because of all, like, New York City is like the melting pot of like a lot of things, and seeing so many amazing performers like got me started into drag, and seeing so many New York girls go before you. It's such a wide community of drag queens, so it's like there's a lot of support in that community. I more so going into this competition, walking into the workroom and, you know, seeing Rose and Candy and Olivia as New York drag queens, and even in our community, we don't get to spend much time with each other. We work in different circles, we work in different areas of the city. And so for me, it was just exciting to like actually take that moment and that time to get to know the other New York girls. Like we get to compete alongside them and get to know them, because on a normal basis, we all run in separate circles, you know, working 90 gigs to pay rent to live in a shoebox. Like that's how New York is. Right. It's just like, so that like, as far as repping New York, yeah, there's a lot of pressure, but there's pressure for all of us. We walked into that room, season 13, we all got on the show and we all were treated just like that. And then we walked through and let's go, start your engines. So I don't think we have an upper hand. I just think that maybe, you know, we work a lot, so people think that we should be doing everything, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And Tina, can you please settle name gate? So Bob the Drag Queen has come for your name. You said your name for once and for all. Set the record straight where your name comes from.
All right, so here's the thing. So y'all can stop sending me messages and DMs because Bob thinks he's real cute on Sibling Rivalry, which you should check out with Monét X Change and Bob the Drag Queen.
Oh, ding, ding,
ding. Straight. When I started doing drag, I was literally walking down the subway stairs listening to Nutbush City Limits by Miss Tina Turner. And I love her. My mom is a very strong woman. And Tina Turner is the definition of strong woman, someone who rose from the ashes, from nothing, and be able to do that career even in older age. You're welcome. And to have that. So it comes from Tina Turner because also I thought when Tina Burner and then fire. And like I've always said, fire is beautiful to look at, but it burns when you get too close to it. That's it.
Yeah. So you're appropriating Black culture. Got it. I'm kidding.
Oh,
and just like that. And just like that.
Save your comments. It's a joke. Don't send nobody no messages. It's a joke. I had to. Sorry, I had to.
You and Bob are gonna get to the schoolyard and we're gonna have a conversation.
Get canceled, you ain't gotta get canceled.
Elliot, so you are a trained dancer. I want to get this opinion from you because we know the splits and all of the tricks we have seen them every season of Drag Race. No matter how many times RuPaul sees it, this is always a reaction. Are you team splits? Are they whack? Yes or no?
I'm team if you do it correctly.
Oh.
Because every girl that has ever been in a show and thinks they pick their foot up off the ground, it's a high kick, and they think that they are they all think that they're Debbie Allen, and I'm here to tell you, you are not.
Come on, Debbie. First.
You know, you're going off this dancer.
Two T's over here, honey. There's two T's.
The second T is for the truth, okay?
Yes, I like that.
Here's my thing. You do not have to be a trained dancer to be a good drag queen. You just have to know how to put on a show.
Yep.
So for me, my strengths are I am a dancer. So when I perform, that's what I do because that is where I have comfort and I know what I'm doing. If your strength is like Rosé, where you're an incredible singer, or Simone, who can just make you feel something, or the LaLa experience, your strengths are your strengths. And I think that's what us as queens should bring to the stage. If you want to get a split, girl, stretch. You don't have to be a professional dancer to put on a good show as a queen. So just focus on what you're good at and what your strengths are, and just put on a damn show.
Part 2 of that question: are you a better dancer than Alyssa?
Well,
I have known Alyssa since I was 15 years old. I went to an arts magnet school with all of her girls that all performed on America's Got Talent. That was my class that I had at school every day. Okay, so we all
but yes or no.
Answer the question, baby.
Edward Elliot with 2 T's.
What's the last T is for truth.
And the truth is, Alyssa Edwards is very iconic, and I love her.
Pageant answer.
Right.
Okay. All right, Miss Texas.
I am from Dallas, girl. You got to pageant answer it, okay?
Right, I can't wait for your show on Netflix, Elliot.
Okay.
Going piggybacking off what you said earlier about musicians on the show, like Rosé and Olivia. You guys are both musicians before Drag Race. Obviously, you will be after Drag Race. And I'm hoping, we all know, I'm pretty sure there will be musical challenges this season. Do you feel like the girls were threatened by you guys' musical chops?
I think it definitely, similar to Simone and Gottmik having the expectation of being, bringing fashion to the show, there is definitely an expectation of, y'all are, music folks. Let's see what you guys got. So, I like to execute everything just with a bunch of fun, and I'm totally reverting into a pageant answer, but I candidly, I just think, I don't know, it's anyone's game when it comes to music and stuff, but I was very confident in what I had to bring to the music like moment.
A good singer does not make a good drag queen. Musicianship really, really helps. But as per your question specifically, yes.
Very that.
This is a season of so many firsts. There are so many firsts on this season. LaLa and Tamisha, you guys are the first Drag Race family like on the show at the same time. Now, y'all say that y'all did not know that each other was going. I call bullshit. Y'all have had to have known that each other was going. There's no way.
We actually read the paper and it says confidentiality. You can't talk to anybody. We was like, oh, we can't tell nobody. So we were getting ready separately and then, in secrecy. So therefore, we had no idea. And who would have ever thought LaLa and myself would have got on at the same time? Now, I did have I guess it's a motherly instinct. I knew LaLa effort and everything that LaLa was doing at that moment. She was going to get recognized for her efforts because she was so determined. Like LaLa was determined to get recognized, to be on this show. It became a passion. Now, we didn't discuss it, but I saw LaLa movement. And I knew I was working in silence, but when we actually got there, I don't care what nobody say. I mean, when we actually went into the room and I saw LaLa, I was the proudest person in the world because I know when I first put LaLa in drag, LaLa was auditioning for the place where LaLa works now. LaLa did the audition. Somehow LaLa got a booking at a club that same night. We went to the club. LaLa performed. LaLa woke up Sunday morning and was like, girl, I'm done with this. I don't want to do this no more. And that was that. And like a year or so later, LaLa just took it serious and ran with it. So I really didn't know. This is the honest truth. Your turn, boo.
Yeah, like she was just saying, I was kind of a runaway child after she put me in drag, honey. So Drag Race is kind of a reunion for us. I really wasn't communicating with Tamisha, honestly, before the show, as I probably should have. I was happy to see her there, but we were communicating before the show. Because when she put me in drag, I was like, girl, I don't want to do this bullshit, girl. No, ma'am. But like, years later, I created the LaLa Reid, and that was that.
And now, when you guys are in the workroom, were you guys were you guys being strategic, helping each other out, or were you guys working completely independent, be like, you do you, I do me, and it is what it is?
I think it was more so independently. Like, we was like, girl, at least for me, I was like, I'm here for myself. I mean, that is my mother, but at the end of the day, I'm here for myself, and I want to win this crown. And if I have to take my mother out, sorry, girl, I love you.
And I can appreciate that. But mine was the opposite. Like, if she needed me, which she did, she asked questions, and I was able to answer them. I'm never going to be in competition with my kids. And, Denali can contest to that. It was because that's my baby. You know what I'm saying? I birthed that. So therefore, I have to respect that, regardless if it's a competition or not. It's just a motherly instinct. When you are confident in what you do, you don't have to second guess, what's going to happen.
Yes, ma'am. All right, Pastor Tamisha. Denali, you are the first queen from Alaska. In my mind, you skate everywhere. You just fully become Elsa. How does it feel to represent the state of Alaska?
Oh my God, so amazing. When you guys were saying on the podcast that I literally skate to school and stuff like that, like that's full tea. Like the roads literally freeze over, and that's how I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm skating to class this morning.
Shut up. No, it's not. No way.
No, I mean, it does get really cold and you can skate on the road sometimes, but no, to represent Alaska is a huge deal. I'm getting a lot of DMs from kids from like Wasilla and Juneau and different cities in Alaska that are like, hey girl, I'm a little queer kid stuck in Alaska. I never thought that someone could get out, small town syndrome kind of a thing. So to see you really doing your thing and becoming a competitive cross-dresser on RuPaul's Drag Race, like that is a huge deal. You know what I'm saying? So to inspire those small town kids that think they can't get out, it means a lot to me. And I'm very proud to be from the AK.
I feel like you will be the first queen to like travel. I mean, I've never heard of any girls traveling to Alaska to do gigs. So you'll be like the first one.
I would love to. I think like Sonique and my friend Tenderoni just went a few months ago before the quarantine and stuff, and they were like, "We fucking love it up here. It's everything." It's like, it gets dark 24 hours a day, so you feel like it's time to party like at like 2 p.m. You're like ready to go.
Yeah. Are there wild eagles there?
Literally wild everything. There's more moose than people.
Wow. Oh, absolutely. Bitch, imagine seeing a moose. Gottmik, you are the first ever trans man to compete on RuPaul's Drag Race. Congratulations. How does it feel to represent such a big community on Drag Race?
It feels surreal, I guess. I think growing up, I didn't even really see it as a possibility for me, but it was people like Kylie Sonique and Kenya Michaels, and most recently, like Peppermint being in the top, being a Black trans woman. I was like, if like all these women are making such amazing strides in the community, who am I that drag is my whole life? It's exactly what I want to do forever. Like, why would I not audition too? You know? Because I mean, I just really hope I go on here and show everyone that drag is drag. It is not a gender. It is not a sex. It is an art form. It is for everyone. And it's time to kill it. And I can't wait to show everyone that.
Yes. Now, I had said this to the season 12 girls, and I'm going to say it to y'all too, because you know the season 12 girls were very kumbaya. Ooh, we love each other. Are y'all bitches fighting or not? I want drama. Good Drag Race has good drama. I want some Vixen versus Aquaria. I want some Mystique versus
Bad Girls Club.
You're going to get everything.
It's going to be like Bad Girls Club.
It's going to be fun. Season 13 is going to give you everything that any season have given you, you're gonna get it here, bitch.
Yeah,
right, exactly. We got something for everybody, bitch.
We got something for everybody.
And then also, we and really quick before y'all go, because we all know people post photos of looks, Jan's jukebox. Is anyone planning anything that people should tune in for every week to be like, oh shit, I want to check this out?
Anyone?
Gorgeous content, mama.
Yeah, the good. Just check. I mean, check it every day.
Yeah. I feel like we all as a collective been working really hard.
We've all done so hard putting out content, and like I just can't wait to share it. Finally, we're sitting on like 4 months of content.
Yeah, 4 months of work.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we all like had to do like a crash test dummy situation, trying to figure out how to like be online more because of the pandemic. So I feel like we all have so much that we want to share with the world. So everybody follow everyone, because I know we all have too much to show.
Oh yeah.
So.
There's going to be some really unique content from this specific group of girls this season.
That part. And then I think the last thing I want to say is also like when you watch the season back for the next few months, watch it with kindness. We worked really hard to get on the show. We worked through a pandemic. We filmed the show through a pandemic. We may fight amongst us girls, but we're sisters. Family does that.
Yeah.
We love each other. We all love each other.
And treat each girl on the season, because I've seen what they've done to a lot of, even the season 12 girls. Like, treat us with kindness and just enjoy it. Have a good fucking time watching the season.
And remember, at the end of the day, this is just a TV show. Don't take everything so like personal or anything. Like, we're just here to entertain you. That's that.
And stop being racist.
Yeah, no racism. And last, go ahead, Tina.
No, I was just gonna say, and celebrate every like form of drag. Drag is a huge like expression. You got your fashion queens, funny queens. You get like everybody, like all sorts of drag. I think it's really important to look at every corner of it and like celebrate it, because I think sometimes we got put in a little box, and I think we should realize that drag is such a huge wide spectrum, and we should celebrate all of it.
Yeah, Drag Race season 13 is about to show you that we're changing the face of drag, and we are not here to play, baby.
And and I have to say, this is the first time that like the spoilers have been so crazy all over the place. Like none of them are sound accurate at all, and that's because Aj isn't here to leak it, so we genuinely don't know what is happening. I am so excited. It's gonna be so good. Congratulations to you, season 13, girl. Turn it out, and I can't wait to watch y'all on TV.
Thank you, Monét. Thank you. Thank
Bye,
you.
y'all. Bye.